Once upon a time, there was a washerwoman. She was widow with three daughters. All four of them loved their job, but they were very poor. One day, the older daughter said to her mother,
If I could, I would serve the devil too. I want to go away from this house.
Please don't say this, my daughter.
The mother said.
You don't know what could happen to you.
The next day, a man showed up at their house, dressed all black, very elegant, with silver nose.
I know that you have three daughters.
He said to the mother.
Can you offer me one of them to serve me?
The mother was about to say yes, but she didn't like that silver nose. She said,
There are no men in this world with a silver nose. Be careful. If you go with him, you could regret it.
But the daughter wanted to leave the house as soon as possible. She left with this man anyway. They walked for a long time, crossing woods and mountains. At a certain point, very far, there was a big light like a fire.
What is this?
The girl said with fear in her voice.
This is my house.
The man with the silver nose said. The girl went on, but could not suppress a shudder. They arrived in a great palace, and Silvernose took her to see all the rooms, one more beautiful than the other. Arrived to the door of the last room. Silvernose gave her the key, but he said,
You must not open this door, or there will be terrible consequences. You can open the rest of these doors, but not this one.
The girl thought.
Something is not right with this room.
She promised to herself to open the door as soon as Silvernose had left. During the evening, she was sleeping in her bedroom when Silvernose silently approached her bed and placed a rose in her hair and left as silent as he came. The next morning, Silvernose went out for his business, and the girl, when she was alone in the house with all the keys, immediately ran to open the forbidden door. When she closed the door, she saw people shouting and crying in a sea of flames, and she understood that this was the door of hell, and that Silvernose was the devil, and these were lost souls. She quickly closed the door, terrified, but the flames burned the rose that was on her hair. Silvernose saw that when he came back and said,
You didn't obey me and open the forbidden door. Do you want to see the room that much? Then I will throw you in it.
He took her and threw her into the flames without listening to her screams. Then he came back to the home of the washerwoman.
Your daughter says hello. She is fine and she is happy, but my house is big and she cannot keep it clean alone. I come to ask you if I could also enroll your second daughter. I am rich enough to afford more than one servant.
The washerwoman again hesitated because of that silver nose, but the second child wanted to go, and there was no way to reason with her. Walk over mountains and valleys before reaching the house of Silvernose. When she saw it, she was enchanted. It was so huge and apparent. She visited every room, had all the keys, and then Silvernose said,
You must not open this door. Look after the key and don't lose it.
I will not want to open it, and I will obey you. It will be one room less to clean,
said the girl, but the curiosity was too much. When she slept in the bed where slept her sister, the Silvernose approached her without being hurt and put a carnation in her bread. In the morning, he had already left the palace. When she opened her eyes, her first thought was to find out what the master was hiding behind the forbidden door. She pulled out the key and ran quickly to open the room. When she saw Hel and her sister, who among the damned souls was begging for her help, she nearly died of fear. She closed the door very fast, but the heat of the flames burned the flower in her hair, and when Silvernose came back, he saw once again that she didn't obey him. The girl cried a lot, promising that she would not do it again, but nonetheless, she ended up being in the fire of hell. The next day, Silvernose returned to the washerwoman's house.
Your two daughters are fine and they send you their greetings. However, it's not enough to keep the building in order, so I thought I'd come and see if the last daughter wants to come to help her sisters.
The woman had increasing doubts. She really hated that silver nose, but the youngest daughter insisted, and she left too. Walk, walk, and they arrived to the palace. The girl admired the house and, like the others, received the key to every room. When they were in front of the door leading to hell, Silvernose took the usual recommendation to never open it. But the girl, holding the key, did not promise anything, because she had something to say to him.
Where are my sisters? I don't see them anywhere.
You'll see them,
Replied Silvernose, but she insisted.
But when?
He cut off.
Tomorrow. Now go to bed.
The girl obeyed, but slept badly despite being in the most beautiful room in the palace. She was tormented by the idea that she did not see the sisters. In the morning, the master came quietly, and he came to bed, touched her hair gently. The girl pretended to be asleep, but when she heard that Silvernose was leaving, very quickly jumped out of bed, washed, dressed, and when brushing her braids, found the jasmine flower that the master put there. She removed it and, to keep it freshness, put it in a glass of water. Then she began to look for the sisters. She walked around the whole house, and without finding them, she arrived to the last door. The master has forbidden me to go, she thought. But I desire to see my sisters, and they must be there for sure. She found them, right there, surrounded by flames, between the cries and the shout of the damned soul.
Let us get out of here. Let us go back home.
They said.
Now I cannot.
Replied the girl saddened.
But don't worry, I will find a way to pull you out.
Carefully, she closed the door and waited, like nothing happened, that the devil was back. After she put again in her hair flowers, and she had found in the morning. Silvernose looked surprised when he saw the jasmine, which hadn't burned to the flame of the forbidden room.
It's pretty fresh,
he observed happily.
If it was withered, I would have already thrown it,
said the girl, which understood his game.
Fair enough.
Silvernose approved with pleasure.
I want to give a flower every day, because you know how to keep them that way. I want you to find yourself feeling at home in my house, so you can live happily.
I will be happier,
said the young woman, faking hesitation.
If I had some news from my mother, she's not in good health.
If it's only for this, tomorrow morning, on my way to work, I can go to her and see how she is.
Really, you are so kind, but if I may, can I ask another favor?
Tell me, the devil said, who was still deeply touched to have finally found a girl that did not open the gate of hell.
Would you bring my mother a bag of dirty clothes I've collected around the house? You may then move to withdraw it another time, and you will bring me back news of my poor mother. She must feel so alone.
Prepare the bag, and I will be happy to do this.
In the bag, when Silvernose was asleep, the girl snuck in her older sister, who she had drawn out of hell.
Tomorrow, Silvernose will bring you back home to our mother, but he believes that here there is only dirty clothes. You must stay still for not making him suspicious,
she recommended.
And if he opens the bag and sees me?
She asked, scared her older sister. The sister thought for a moment.
If you feel that he puts the bag on the ground, you immediately say, I see you, and he will not open it.
In the morning, when Silvernose was ready to leave, the girl was already on his feet, all in order with its flower pinned in her hair.
Why up so early?
Asked Silvernose.
I wanted to remind you of the bag and to have a good journey.
She's so kind.
Silvernose thought and took out the bag.
It's heavy as hell,
he said, stunned.
I must have put a bit too much laundry into it, and I could not even fit it all in. Do you want me to remove a little bit, or you feel strong enough to take it?
Oh, come on, I can stand much more heavy weights,
said the devil.
Then I advise you to keep the bag well tied, because full as it is, if it unties, The clothes will pour out, and you will no longer be able to put everything back inside. However, I'll keep an eye on you.
Silvernose didn't understand.
How do you keep an eye on me?
You must know that nature has offered me a curious gift. I can see from a long distance what I want to see. So, if the bag unties,
Alright.
Cut off the master, and he went on his way. However, he didn't believe the story that she can see from a long distance. After a while, he thought to look at what there was inside the bag, because the devil is suspicious by nature, and he was thinking that she could have stolen some precious object in his house to send to her mother. However, when he just puts down the bag and stared to untie it, came out a little voice, worried.
I see you! I see you!
There.
He exclaimed in surprise.
So, it's really true. She did not try to trick me at all.
Put the bag on his shoulder, and so, without stopping, went to the house of the washerwoman.
Your daughters are fine. They send you their greetings and ask how you are.
You can say to my girls that I feel a little lonely, but I'm fine. And if they need something, let me know.
They send you also a little dirty washing.
Said Silvernose.
But take your time. I'll pick them up when I will pass here again.
In a few days, the youngest daughter of the washerwoman said to Silvernose,
tomorrow would you stop by my mother to see how she is? Meanwhile, you can withdraw the previous one, wash it, and bring the bag that I've already prepared.
Again?
Silvernose was surprised.
I told you that there was not enough space in the other for all the dirty stuff. However, if you can't...
For heaven's sake.
The owner said, but he did not want to upset her, because every night when he came back, he always found in her hair, fresh with dew, the flower that he had placed there before leaving. The next day, he placed the bag over his shoulder, and the girl repeated the usual recommendations, wishing him a good journey. So the second sister came home from to her mother, brought by the devil who did not know about it, saying, like the older sister,
I see you! I see you!
as she felt that he was putting the bag on the floor. The washerwoman, seeing Silvernose again, and the first daughter telling her that he was the devil, she didn't know if she should feel happy of the return of her second daughter or scared, thinking that she only faked the lingerie of the other day. She found an excuse that she was not feeling good in these last days, and she was surprised of seeing Silvernose rub his hands satisfied.
So, it's true that you get healed so easily?
Who told you that?
Your younger daughter.
Poor girl, she is always worried about me. Don't tell her of this illness, because I don't want to make her worried.
The devil came back home, and once again he saw that the flower of the girl was fresh.
Your mother is fine,
Said that liar.
but she had a lot of work to do these last few days, and she didn't wash the laundry that I brought her the first time. I will take it all together.
Okay, but tell me before you go to her in case I need to send her something.
After some time, Silvernose said,
Tomorrow, I will pass near your house. I will go to pay a visit to your mother.
Okay, then can you take another bag to her? Can you?
Again?
Listen, I like the clothes clean, but if you don't like it how I keep this house, you can tell me and I will go somewhere else.
It's okay.
The devil reassured her, because he never found an obedient girl like her.
Good, I will go prepare the bag.
In the morning, Silvernose found the bag near the door, but she was not there, like always, to greet him. He went to look for her, and she found her in the bed, still sleeping. Therefore, he lost all suspicions, but the truth was that in the bed there was a doll made of old clothes, and on his head the girl saw a braid that she cut on herself before inserting herself in the bag. The devil put the flower between her hairs. He left fast without making any noise. He was thinking,
Now she sleeps. I want to see what she put inside the bag, sending to her mother, so heavy.
when he was out of the house, he stopped to open it, but immediately the girl says,
I see you, I see you.
Silvernose was very surprised, Then he took quickly the bag on his shoulder and he ran to the house of the washerwoman.
There is other clothes to clean up. I will pass another time to take everything, because I'm very tired.
When he left, the girl came out of the bag and hugged the mother and her sisters. On the door, they put a cross so the devil cannot come closer, and they lived quiet and happy with the gold that the younger put on her pockets, leaving the house of Silver Nose.